I want to welcome Lou Malacuse to our studio. Welcome.
Thank you, Gladys.
It's great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
So I think that the first thing I'd like to ask you is to tell us a little bit more about yourself. I'm sure the audience wants to get to know you a little bit better.
Well, actually, I was a teacher, a high school English teacher for 33 years. And as I got close to retirement, I started thinking about what I wanted to do with that retirement time. And I had been writing before that and had some short stories published here and there. But I always wanted to enter the world of writing. And I prepared myself by writing a lot of nonfiction, actually, while I was still teaching. And got some of those things published and so forth. And really, that's what led me into writing today, actually.
So, In Search of Saul is based on the true story.
Yes.
How hard was it to make it a murder mystery?
Well, it's an interesting story because I actually fell into mystery writing almost by accident. As I told you before,
Really?
I was a nonfiction writer mostly, and I was actually trying to write a biography on a former friend of mine from high school who became quite a well-known character actor in Hollywood. He's one of these guys, we've all seen him, but we don't know his name. His name was Stanley DeSantis, and he was also a multimillionaire entrepreneur. At any rate, I went to Hollywood and to New York, where his roots are in Chicago, but where he worked and so forth. And I uncovered some things about his death and his will that were somewhat controversial. At any rate, when I brought it to the publisher, they were very excited about it, but they worried about some legal implications. So they said, Lou, could you turn it into fiction? Okay. So I didn't want to lose these guys, once you get a publisher. So I said, okay. And so I went back and I changed names and dates and things and so forth. I brought it to them and they hated it. They said, no, you don't understand. We wanted you to make this a murder mystery. And I said, well, that's a pretty respectable genre. I mean, you don't just write a mystery. Right. So I said, I'm going to have to take some time. So to kind of cut to the chase, I contacted a friend of mine who was a published mystery writer in New York, Charles Salzberg. And we met together. I went to New York, and he led me to the Mystery Writers of America. And after about a year and a half, I wrote In Search of Sal. And basically, it became a mystery bestseller on Amazon's bestseller list within the first week. So that's really how I fell into mystery writing.
Wow, what a great story. And you mentioned the Mystery Murder Writers of America.
Right.
Right. What is that, and how is that unique, especially here in the Chicago area?
Oh, it's a great organization, and this is one of the things that Charles kind of steered me to. Any writer, I was always told that you have to do two things. You have to read a lot and you have to form a community. And for mystery writers, there's no better community, I think, than the Mystery Writers of America and Midwest Mystery Writers of America, our particular region that we have here, because they're kind of different from a lot of writers. There's a lot of competition in writing, but Mystery Writers of America seems to want to pull everybody together and have everybody be successful and have the genre be successful, and then we all move with it. And it's a great place if people are mystery writers or so forth to look up and become a part of.
Right, and In Search of Saul is certainly successful, and we're so glad that you're here with us.
Oh, thank you.